Okay. So in our previous session, we have discussed about the investment process and investment objectives. And also we have discussed the types of securities and the classification of securities based on the return. Based on the return, the securities can be classified as we discussed in previous sessions, the fixed income securities and variable income securities. And also from the source of finance, we have classified the securities issuers, that is governments, quasi-governments, corporates, and public enterprises. Besides these, we can discuss classify the securities based on the ownership and also debt securities. This is source is capital structure. We know already the capital structure. If you study the balance sheet of any joint stock company, we can observe capital structure with the ownership and then borrowed funds. So based on the capital structure, the securities can be classified into the ownership securities and debt securities. Ownership securities are eligible for the profits, they will get the dividends, and debt securities will get fixed income, that is interest. So in the ownership securities, let us discuss first, that is preference shares and equity shares. These two are basically called as ownership securities. They are eligible for the profits and they will get the dividends. Preference shareholders will get a dividend from the profits and equity shareholders will get normal dividends. Preference shareholders will get preference dividend and equity shareholders will eligible for the normal dividends. And as we already discussed, preference shares will have a special features that they will get preference beyond the general shareholders, while at the time of liquidation and also at the time of distribution of the dividends. That is why these shareholders will be called as preference shareholders. And first, in ownership securities, let us discuss about the preference shares or preference stock. Preference stock means it's a stock means it's a more number of shares will be called as stock. So types of preference stock or types of preference shares. There are different types of preference shares which are cumulative preference shares, non-cumulative preference shares, convertible preference shares, redeemable preference shares, irredeemable preference shares, and cumulative convertible preference shares. Like this, we can categorize the preference shares with their features. So first, what is cumulative preference shares? If the preference shares at the time of issue to the public, if they have mentioned in the financial instrument, that is, the dividend of the shares will be accumulated till organization earns profits. If that feature lies in the preference share, that will be called as cumulative preference shares. In general preference shares, the dividend will not be accumulated. Suppose this year, current year, if the organization has not earned any profits, the dividend will not be given to the preference shareholders. The next year, if the organization again did not earn any profits, that year also will not be given any dividend. And suppose third year organization some profit, the first preference dividend will be given to the preference shareholders. These first 2 years, they won't give any dividend, and third year they will give only third year dividend whenever they earn the profits. That is normal preference shares. But if a specific feature is there that if the preference shares are cumulative preference shares, the dividend will be accumulated till organization earns profit. The obligation of payment of dividend will not be seized by the organization if organization did not get the profits. It will be accumulated till organization earns profits. Suppose if 1 lakh preference share capital is there, 10% is the dividend, then 10% of 1 lakh, that is 10,000 rupees, should be given in the as a dividend in the first year. Suppose organization did not earn profits in that year, the 10,000 will be accumulated to the next year, and the second year the obligation of the organization will be 20,000 rupees. The first year 10,000 and second year 10,000. And third year, suppose organization did not earn profits, again the dividend will be accumulated. The obligation should be 30,000. If the organization ends in the fourth year, they have to give all these 30,000 rupees on that particular year. Then if any profits left over, then equity shareholders will get the dividends. That is called as cumulative preference shares. It's a basic feature is the dividend will be accumulated till organization earns profit. The obligation of the organization will not cease just because organization is not earned any profits on the particular year. It will be accumulated till organization earning profits. Those type of preference shares will be called as cumulative preference shares. And if it is non-cumulative preference shares, here the obligation will cease with that year itself. Organization is not earned profits, the profit dividend will not be given on that particular year. Second year, if organization earns, that year dividend only will be given. If third year organization did not earn any profits, then third year also they won't have any liability to pay the dividends. So the dividend will not be accumulated for the next years. The obligation of the payment of dividend will be ceased for that particular year itself if organization did not earn profits. That is called as non-cumulative preference shares. And convertible preference shares means the preference shares will be convertible into the equity shares after a certain period. So generally, equity shareholders will have more and more profit, the residual profits. Equity shareholders will be eligible for residual profits. ఎంత మిగిలితే అంతా కూడా ఈక్విటీ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ కే వెళ్తుంది. సో if the organization is in financially good condition and reputed organization, generally for the equity shareholders the demand will be very high. It is not easy to get equity shares of the company which has a very good reputation and a very good financial performance. In that case, the preference shareholders will go for the intending to get the equity shares. In such cases, the preference shares will be converted to the equity shares after certain period. So because in the market, in the primary market, equity shares getting is become very difficult for the reputed and financially very good organizations. In that case, the public will go for the preference shares first. If it is convertible preference shares, they will opt for convertible preference shares, because after certain period, that is after 2 or 3 years, these preference shares will be converted into the equity shares and they are eligible for the more dividends after that particular period. If the feature is mentioned in that preference shares, that is convertible, then it will be called as convertible preference shares will be converted into the equity shares after certain period. Those are called as convertible preference shares. And next, redeemable preference shares. The preference shares generally will have some certain period if it is irredeemable. If redeemable preference shares, that after certain period, the preference share amount will be given back to the preference shareholders. It will be redeemed. It will be given back. The principal amount will also be given back after certain period. If those preference shares are there, they are redeemable preference shares. After certain period, the principal amount will be given back to the preference shareholders. And after that date, they will not be preference shareholders of that particular company if it is redeemable. And irredeemable preference shares means these preference shareholders will be forever with the business organization. It will not be redeemable at all. They are perpetual to the organization. As long as the organization exists, these preference shareholders also will be there, and they will get continuously the preference dividend If in case the organization liquidated or insolvent, then only the preference shares will be given by the liquidating value of the assets. Those are called as irredeemable preference shares. And again, one more type, that is cumulative convertible preference shares. There are two features are linked here with. One is convertible into the equity shares, and also dividend will be accumulated till organization earns profits. These two features is accumulation of the dividend, and also after certain period the shares will be converted into the equity shares. If the both the features is having in the preference shares, those preference shares will be called as cumulative convertible preference shares. These are the types of preference shares. There are 6 types we have mentioned here. The one is cumulative preference shares. The dividend will be accumulated till organization ends. The obligation of the payment of the dividend will not cease year to year of the organization. Non-cumulative preference shares means the dividend will not be accumulated for them. The obligation of the payment of the dividend will be ceased for that particular year only. Next year it will not be carry forward if non-cumulative preference shares. Convertible preference shares means after certain period, these preference shares will be converted into the equity shares. Those are called as convertible preference shares. And redeemable preference shares means after certain period, the principal amount also will be given back to the preference shareholders. It will be redeemed, and they will not be preference shareholders after certain period of that particular company. They are called as redeemable preference shares. And irredeemable preference shares means these preference shareholders will be permanent with the business organization like equity shareholders. It will not be redeemed. The principal amount will not be given back to them. As long as organization exists, these preference shareholders also will be with the organization forever until unless it is liquidated. And cumulative convertible preference shares. These both the features these preference shareholders are having, that is convertible into equity shares after certain period, and also dividend will be accumulated till organization earns profit. So these are the types of preference shares. And next we have discussed about the equity shares. In the ownership securities, the first one is preference shares, and the second one is equity shares. Equity shareholders are the real owners of the any business organization. They are eligible for residual profits of the business organization. They may earn, if the organization is very good position, they will gain more. If the organization suffering under losses, they will lose even their capital also. So that is why equity shareholders will be called as the real owners of the organization, and they are perpetual. So this is also will be called as common stock or ordinary shares, and most commonly known as equity shares. So here the stock is a set of shares put together in a bond. A stock is, already I told you that the stock means a set of shares put together in a bundle. కొన్ని షేర్స్ ని కలిపి స్టాక్ అంటారు, కొన్ని ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ని కలిపి స్టాక్ అంటారు. అది ప్రిఫరెన్స్ స్టాక్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఈక్విటీ షేర్ స్టాక్ అవ్వచ్చు. అండ్ ఏ షేర్ మీన్స్ it is a portion of the share capital of a company divided into small units of equal value. Generally equity share will have 10 rupees is the value, face value is generally it is 10 rupees, and the total share capital will be divided by the 10 rupees. You will get the number of equity shares. So a share is a portion of the share capital of a company divided into small units of equal value. And the equity shares advantages mainly, so equity shares will get a capital appreciation because it will be traded in the stock exchange. Depending upon the demand and the supply of the equity shares, there will be a market price of the equity share will be increased or it may be reduced. That is why there is a chance for the equity shares because it can buy and sell activities will happen in the stock exchange. That is why the capital appreciation can possible and it will be traded regularly. That is why capital appreciation is possible in the equity shares. This is one advantage. And there will be a limited liability. The liability is confined to the extent of their capital only, equity shares, and there will be any hedge against inflation. Whenever the dividend declared, that will be generally and definitely it will be more than the inflation rate. So hedge means, already I told you that is the rate of return should be higher than the inflation rate. Then it will be called as hedge. Hedge, generally equity shares will have hedge against inflation rate. So these are the commonly known as equity shares and the advantages of the equity shares. In the equity shares itself, we knew the another term rarely issued by the companies. These are called as sweat equity shares. Sweat equity will be issued to the existing employees or directors, not to the public. Sweat equity shares. Sweat means we know that it is sweat, chamata. ఎవరైతే వర్క్ చేస్తారో, ఎవరైతే చెమటని చిందిస్తారో వాళ్ళ కోసం, ఎక్స్ట్రాడినరీ వర్క్ చేస్తున్న వాళ్ళ కోసం ఇచ్చే ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ని స్వెట్ ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ అండ్ దోస్ హూ విల్ స్పెండ్ దేర్ స్వెట్ for the development of the organization, they are eligible for the sweat equity shares. That is why the sweat equity shares will be issued to the employees of the organization who are playing crucial role, and directors of the organization for the development of the who work for the development of the organization. Those are called as sweat equity shares. Sweat equity shares will not be issued to the public in general. Sweat equity shares will be meant for the employees of the organization, those who are working for the development of the organization besides general working. So those are eligible for the sweat equity shares, and it is the discretion of the company whenever they want to issue the sweat equity shares. వాళ్ళ ఇష్టం, వాళ్ళు ఎప్పుడైతే బాగా చేస్తున్నారు ఎంప్లాయీస్ వీళ్ళకి ఇద్దాము, ఈ కేటగిరీ ఆఫ్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఇద్దాము అని ఎప్పుడైతే అనిపిస్తుందో వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళ డిస్క్రిషనరీ, వాళ్ళ విచక్షణాధికారంతో స్వెట్ ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ని ఇష్యూ చేస్తారు. సో ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ రీడ్ దిస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ న్యూ ఈక్విటీ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్డ్ ఇన్ ద కంపెనీస్ అమెండ్మెంట్ ఆర్డినెన్స్ 1998 లో ఈ కొత్తగా స్వెట్ ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ని ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేశారు, ఈ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ ని. It forms a part of the equity share capital as it provisions, limitations and restrictions are still that of equity shares. అంటే మొత్తం ప్రొవిజన్స్, ఫీచర్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ కి ఎలా ఉంటాయో అటువంటి ఫీచర్స్ అన్నీ ఉంటాయి. బట్ ఓన్లీ ద డిఫరెన్స్ ఈస్ స్వెట్ ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ will be issued to the employees of the organization only or directors of the organization only, but general equity shares will be issued to the public. That's what here he has mentioned. Sweat equity is for the directors or employees involved in the process of designing strategic alliances. Few specific qualities on employees ki బిజినెస్ డెవలప్ అవడానికి స్ట్రాటజిక్ అలయన్సెస్ లో ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయి ఉన్న ఎంప్లాయీస్ కి లేదా డైరెక్టర్స్ కి వాళ్ళకి మాత్రమే స్వెట్ ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ని కంపెనీ ఆఫర్ చేస్తుంది. అండ్ ద డైరెక్టర్స్ ఆర్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ హూ హ్యావ్ హెల్ప్డ్ ద కంపెనీ టు అచీవ్ ఏ సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ మార్కెట్ షేర్. అంటే స్పెసిఫిక్ స్కిల్స్ తో ఉన్న కొంతమంది ఎంప్లాయీస్ కోసం అని చెప్పి ఈ స్వెట్ ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ని ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఇష్యూ చేస్తుంది. ద బేసిక్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ అండ్ స్వెట్ ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ ఆర్ equity shares will be issued to the common public, whereas sweat equity shares will be issued to the existing employees or directors of the organization. And another financial instruments, we can say it is non-voting shares, another securities. Non-voting shares means generally equity shareholders will have voting right. Every year one annual general meeting will be organized by the company or organization, and in that annual general meeting they will invite all the shareholders to participate in a meeting. That is called as annual general meeting. There may be more meetings will be held by the company, but annual general meeting is meant for the all the shareholders. They can present for the meeting and they can vote for the different decisions going to take by the ఆర్గనైజేషన్. కంపెనీ డైరెక్టర్స్ ఎవరైతే ఆర్గనైజ్ చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళు తీసుకునే నిర్ణయాలకి, కొన్ని నిర్ణయాలకి ఏజిఎంలో పెడతారు. ఆ ఏజిఎంలో దెన్ ఆల్ ద షేర్ హోల్డర్స్, ఎవరైనా షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ రాలేకపోతే కనుక దే కెన్ సెండ్ దేర్ ప్రాక్సీస్ ఆల్సో టు ద ఏజిఎం. అంటే వాళ్ళకి బదులుగా ఎవరినైనా నామినేట్ చేసి పంపించవచ్చు. Because it's a AGM is a crucial meeting, because for many decisions or resolutions will be passed in the AGM by voting of the shareholders. Shareholders vote చేస్తేనే కొన్ని రిజల్యూషన్స్ మీటింగ్ లో పాస్ అవుతాయి. సో అందుకని యాన్యువల్ జనరల్ మీటింగ్ విల్ బి conducted for voting purpose of all the shareholders. Then only the decisions, crucial decisions will be taken and it will be resolved further and implemented further. So these are called as non-voting shares. Non-voting shares means few shares, they will not have the right of voting. ఆ ఫీచర్ ఒక్కటే ఉండదు. దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ క్రూషియల్ ఫీచర్. ఓటింగ్ ఈస్ ఎ వెరీ క్రూషియల్ ఫీచర్ because they are part of decisions taken by the organization. If you don't have the voting right, then you are losing something. You are just a part of the earning of the profits, but not taking any decisions. You will not be involved in the decision making process. So that is why non-voting shares, few shares will be issued as a non-voting shares. Voting right matram undadu velliki. So the shares that carry no voting rights are known as non-voting shares. They provide additional dividends in the substitution for the voting rights. Voting rights ఇవ్వకుండా దానికి గాను ఎందుకంటే కొంత అడిషనల్ గా డివిడెండ్ ఇస్తారు నాన్ ఓటింగ్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ కి. ఎందుకంటే ఓటింగ్ రైట్ లో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయట్లేదు కాబట్టి. ఎందుకు ఈ ఫీచర్ తో షేర్స్ ని ఇష్యూ చేస్తారు అంటే, బికాస్ ఇఫ్ ద షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ ఆర్ అండ్ మోర్ ద డెసిషన్ టేకింగ్ విల్ బికమ్ డిఫికల్ట్. మనం జనరల్ గా ఒక సామెత చెప్తాం కదా, మంది ఎక్కువైతే మజ్జిగ పలచపడుతుంది అని. అంటే ఎక్కువ మంది ఉంటే కొన్ని డెసిషన్ తీసుకోవడం కష్టం అవుతుంది. బికాస్ ఎవ్రీ ఇండివిజువల్ విల్ హ్యావ్ దేర్ ఓన్ ఒపీనియన్స్. దే మే షేర్, దే మే ఓట్ ఆర్ దే మే నాట్ ఓట్. సో దట్ ఈస్ వై అందరికి కంట్రోలింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఉండదు వీళ్ళకి. నాన్ ఓటింగ్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ కి దే విల్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ కంట్రోలింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఆన్ ద డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ పర్పస్. సో అందరికీ కంట్రోల్ రాకుండా కొంతమందికి ఉండకూడదు అని చెప్పి, తక్కువ మందికే ఉండాలి కంట్రోలింగ్ అని చెప్పి, ద ఆర్గనైజేషన్ విల్ ఇష్యూ ఆర్ ప్రొవైడ్ అడిషనల్ డివిడెండ్స్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ ఓటింగ్ రైట్స్. ఓటింగ్ రైట్స్ బదులుగా అడిషనల్ డివిడెండ్స్ ఇస్తాయి కొంతమంది షేర్ హోల్డర్స్. దే షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ నాన్ ఓటింగ్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్. They can be listed and traded in the stock exchange as same like other equity shares. It can be listed. Non-voting shares also will be listed in the stock exchange and it can be traded in the stock exchange like any other equity shares. So that is, they will not have only one aspect, that is they cannot vote when organization or directors taking decisions. Decision taking process lo veeliki voting right undadu. So that's only the feature they are having. And other financial security we can discuss is bonus shares. Generally, the organization will distribute the profits in the form of dividend and the dividend also in the form of cash. So they will issue cash to the shareholders in the form of dividends. But sometimes organization may not have sufficient cash reserves with them, or they may not intending to issue the cash to the shareholders because they may lose the liquidity position. క్యాష్ ఇచ్చేస్తే లిక్విడిటీ కష్టం అవుతుంది. అటువంటి కేసెస్లోని, అలాగే క్యాష్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేయకూడదు అనుకున్న ఇష్యూస్లోని, అండ్ షేర్ క్యాపిటల్ వర్త్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేద్దాము ఇంకా అని అనుకున్నప్పుడు ఈ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్లో ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఆర్గనైజేషన్ instead of giving the cash dividends, they will issue bonus shares dividends. So these are called as bonus shares. It is a distribution of the profits. Distribution of profits generally will be called as dividend, and dividend generally will be given in the form of cash. But when organization is not having the cash reserves or not intending to release the cash from the organization, ఈ కేసెస్లో, ఈ ప్రత్యేక పరిస్థితుల్లో the organization will issue bonus shares to the shareholders. So that is what we are discussing here. Distribution of shares in addition to the existing dividends to the existing shareholders is known as bonus shares. డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ షేర్స్ ఇస్తున్నారు, ఇంకొన్ని ఎక్కువ షేర్స్ ఇస్తున్నారు. సపోజ్ బోనస్ షేర్స్ విల్ బి ఇష్యూడ్ 1:3 అన్నా అనుకోండి. ఇట్ మీన్స్ దట్ the persons who are having 3 shares, 1 share will be given as a bonus. So share capital will be increased, shareholders will be remain same. Shareholders అంతమందే ఉంటారు, ఎక్కడ కంట్రోలింగ్ కెపాసిటీ డైల్యూట్ అవ్వదు. ద సేమ్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ విల్ హ్యావ్ మోర్ షేర్స్. సో ఈచ్ షేర్ హోల్డర్ విల్ గెట్ మోర్ షేర్స్. ఇంతకుముందు నాకు 10 షేర్లు ఉన్నాయంటే బోనస్ షేర్ వచ్చిందంటే నా షేర్లు మేబీ 12 అవ్వచ్చు, లేకపోతే 13 అవ్వచ్చు, డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ హౌ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద బోనస్ షేర్స్ దే హ్యావ్ గివెన్. బట్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ విల్ నాట్ ఇంక్రీజ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ వై కంట్రోలింగ్ కెపాసిటీ విల్ నాట్ బి డైల్యూటెడ్ అండ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఈస్ నాట్ గివింగ్ ఎనీ క్యాష్ టు ద షేర్ హోల్డర్స్. So this is one way of distribution of profits among the shareholders without payment of the cash. So few cases the organization will issue bonus shares to the shareholders. So these are called as bonus shares, and these are issued without any payment of cash. As usual, I said cash pay cheyalsina avasaram ledu. These are issued by cashing on the reserves of the company. So reserves, cash reserves ni unchukovam kosam these shares will be issued. And a company builds up its reserves by retaining part of its profit over the years. So a company builds up its reserves by retaining part of its profits over the years. What is happened if you issued the bonus shares? The profits is not going to the shareholders, and the shareholders, if the shareholders earn the profits, I mean they receive the cash, they may invest it somewhere else, not in the company. But if bonus shares has issued by the company, what is happening? A company builds up its reserves by retaining of the profits. Profits వాళ్ళ దగ్గరే ఉంటున్నాయి, ఎక్కడికి బయటికి వెళ్ళట్లా. సో ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఫర్దర్గా ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేయాలన్నా ఇదేనికైనా కూడా ఈజీగా ఉపయోగపడుతున్నాయి. So it is like a company builds up its reserves by retaining profits. So these are the securities, preference shares, equity shares, and in the equity shares also there are different securities we have discussed. That is bonus shares. So preference shares already we have discussed. That is preference stock provides fixed rate of dividend. These are the features of preference shares already we have discussed. These are the features of preference shares. That is preference shares provides a fixed rate of return, fixed rate of dividend, and preference shareholders do not have any voting rights like equity shareholders. And like the equity, it is a perpetual liability to the corporate. It will be permanent with the business organization. And preference shareholders do not have any share in case the company has surplus profits. Do not have any share in the profits. Surplus profits ఎంత వచ్చినా కూడా అడిషనల్ గా ప్రిఫరెన్స్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ కి ఏమీ ప్రాఫిట్ రాదు. దే విల్ గెట్ ఫిక్స్డ్ రేట్ ఆఫ్ డివిడెండ్, ప్రిఫరెన్స్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద జనరల్ ఫీచర్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ షేర్స్. Okay, so this is about the types of securities which we have discussed, and we can discuss later on, that is debt instruments. So these are the ownership securities. Ownership securities, preference shares, equity shares, and we have discussed the features of preference shares, and we have discussed what is the equity shares, and also we have discussed about non-voting shares, bonus shares, and set equity shares. These are all come under ownership securities. In the next session, let us discuss about the debtor securities, debt securities, that is debentures, bonds. Different types of bonds will be given by the issued by the organization.